All right, we got our guide coat on it. I went ahead and put one on, a pretty thick guide coat on it. You can see that. And basically, this guide coat is not for painting. It is not ready to paint. This is not paint ready. And the only reason this guide coat is on here is to basically sand it down with a fucking air file to basically take most of the primer off of the car. To fucking see what the fuck is going on with it. And hopefully it's gonna be an easy fucking fix to get it to where it's supposed to be paint ready and get it to the stage where I can fucking paint it. But you know, my main concern, and I keep focusing on this, is this shit right here. I'm picking this out with my fucking fingernail as I'm fucking with it, and it's not looking good. You can see it peeling off as I fuck with it. So let's get our grinder out, not a sander. Okay, we're not gonna be sanding that. We're going to grind that with 36 grit because it's all bubbly and fucked up. And then we're gonna go ahead and air file the whole roof to see what the fuck is going on. Okay, we got a lot of fucking Bondo right here. We got a lot of fucking Bondo buildup. And, you know, the Bondo that I'm looking at underneath, I'm gonna try to take my cutter, my grinder here, I'm gonna use the edge to cut it. We're gonna get down to the metal because this is fucking bullshit, alright? This is fucking bullshit! And I'm gonna be honest with you, I'm not fucking happy about it. One fucking bit! And I just broke some of this off of here and it looks like, for some odd fucking reason, there's some kind of layer or something here. Like, they put fucking Bondo on it and then primed it maybe and then put more Bondo on top of that. I don't know what the fuck is going on here. Here you go. There's a fucking hole, okay? Let me tell you how these cocksuckers fix this shit. There's a fucking hole right here that goes into the car, and what they did is they took this fucking epoxy glue or whatever they did and fucking filled the hole up instead of fucking welding it. So I want you to focus right here. You can see that this is like a shiny surface of some sort. Okay, and then right here is a fucking hole. A hole in the fucking roof. They took some type of epoxy shit and filled it up, and that's why it's all fucking fucked up here. Whoever did the bodywork to this, I hate to tell you, you're a fucking idiot. You're a stupid ass motherfucker to replace a top of a fucking car and then leave holes there instead of weld them up and fill them with some kind of epoxy bullshit fucking crap. That's a stupid fucking way to fucking make a living, and now I understand why you went out of business. You should have went out of business a long fucking time ago. So I'm going to go ahead and grind that down and see what the fuck is going on. You can see right there the black part of that Bondo thing wasn't even sticking. So let's get it all ground down, see what the fuck it is, and go from there. And I'm actually presuming the other side of the fucking car is basically the same way, and if it's not, I'm still gonna have to check it and do the same fucking thing over there as I'm doing here to make sure that it's fucking done right to get the fucking shit right. I don't know what the fuck's going on here. I don't know what the fucking deal is, but it's not a good fucking deal. So after grinding it down, we can see right here is where they actually put the roof skin into the vehicle. Now, I don't know where the factory roof would go on this, but usually on these cars they go up in this area here. All right, and then the roof comes around. So this might be the factory area on this vehicle where this goes. I've never taken a top off of a 1972 Oldsmobile, but I want to show you something here that's really concerning me a lot is this right here. I do not understand why they didn't cut that out. You can see that that is rust, okay? They took the fucking top off and they left this right here like that. That's fucking ridiculous. And then they went ahead and took some type of epoxy filler and filled it in. Now, I can understand using the epoxy filler on a vehicle when, you know, you're not getting a lot of money to fucking fix it that way. And, you know, that's a situation that says, okay, let's use some Marine Tech and we'll fill that in. But I don't know what the owner paid to have this done, all right? And another thing you can see is you can see how thick the Bondo is. This is more or less Dynaglass, I'm sure, and then you got several different layers of Bondo on top of that, and I'm presuming the whole roof probably has Bondo on it. Am I gonna grind it down to find out? No, I'm not. I'm gonna air file that fucker down, find my highs and lows if there's any to be found, and be done with it. This is really a situation that would make you go in wow, okay? Wow, awe, fucking shit. Just, you know, shocking that somebody would pay a lot of money to have their car restored, and then this fucking situation right here happens. So the only way to really fix this the proper way is that we will have to cut this rust out. You can see it, look at, that was rusted, okay? When you see metal breaking that easily, that means that this was rust, all right? And you can also see where I guess they tried to weld the rust up right here. That's a weld spot where they tried to do something. You can also see there's a weld spot right along this line here. I don't know what the fuck's going on, but this is just fucking ridiculous. That is, it's appalling to see people doing that kind of work. Here's another weld area right here. So this roof really must have been rusted bad. I think this is some kind of a patch situation going on right here, and this is probably the factory roof, and the rust went past that, so they went ahead and patched this up. But they did a shitty, piss-ass poor job doing it. Okay, here's a little DIY that's going to really help you out over there in your garage at home by possibly fixing rust on other people's car if you're doing side jobs, or fixing the rust in your car. And what we're talking about using simple hand tools to help you out to get by to fix rust. Now, if you look right here, you can see this was a rotted out piece of metal right here, and it happened to be right here in this valley where the roof panel meets the quarter panel. Now, we got a curve right there, but then there's a straight line. Do you see what I'm saying? And if you catch the light right here, you can see the curve that comes here and here. So there's a crown right there, and then it kind of rolls like this to go up under this. Now, since this roof was replaced, whoever repaired this did not fix the rust here. They went ahead and filled it with epoxy instead, which was ridiculously stupid. But you can see when I put it in there, it fits real good. And as you look at the end, you can see it's got kind of a crease on it, and then it kind of rolls. So here's the piece that we're going to replace it with. I went ahead and cut this out. I matched up what I need to make it fit in there. But we got to get this roll right here. Now what we're going to do, and you can see I've already started on this piece. Let me get a magic marker. So what I've done is I set my piece in here just like this, making sure that it lines up perfect on the bottom, because this piece is going to have to be butt welded in. Okay, it's going to have to be a butt weld situation. We ain't going to be able to put flanges on it and all that. And then what I did, I took my magic marker, okay, and I found my line, my crease line, where it starts to crease, and I went ahead and transferred it over to my piece of metal that I'm going to replace it with. Now, this is the trick right here of how to start this out, and we're talking about crescent wrenches. A crescent wrench is going to give you a nice straight edge to start with, and we're going to take our crescent wrench and we're going to go ahead and put it in there just like that, and then we'll bend it over, all right? And I'm using 20 gauge steel here. This is what I'm using, this 20 gauge. And if you notice, I'm staying on that line, all right, using my crescent wrench to get a nice straight edge. But I don't want it to be straight because this isn't really a sharp edge, this is a rolled edge. So by using that crescent wrench is going to give me a rolled edge on it. If I wanted to make that a straight edge, then I would come back with my hammer and dolly, and then I would put the square end of the dolly in here and then hammer this out, and that would be a nice square edge. But we want to keep it a round edge because we're trying to mimic this area right here. So then the next thing we want to do, we want to find us a round surface, you know, a piece of pipe, or possibly maybe a piece of round stock that is the same size as what we're working on. But I'm going to go ahead and use this pipe here, and I'm going to lay my piece backwards. All right, you can see where I bent it with the crescent wrench, and then I'm going to lay it backwards, upside down. I'm going to turn it around, and then I'm going to take my dolly, and I'm just going to hit it right here on the edge because I want that to roll. And then if you look right there, you can see that we got a nice curvature roll, and we still got our straight line here that's going to work to line up with our panel on the vehicle. So we'll go ahead and take our piece, we're going to set it in here just like this. All right, and sometimes this can be hard. It's better to have a magnet, and I do have a magnet, but I'm not going to go find it. And then I'm also noticing, if you notice, I made this a little bit bigger because I wanted to go ahead and get that roll in there the way I needed it. Now I'm looking at this curve right here, and it looks like it needs to be bent in just a little bit farther. And I'm just going to repeat my process just like I did, and I'm just going to put just a little bit more of a curve in it. And then once I put it in here, all right, I did it just a little too much, so I'll take my fingers and I'll push on it to get it back out just a hair. And now I can see that it's fitting in there pretty good, and it's good enough to start welding it in. I got to trim this edge off right here. Like I said, I made it just a little bit longer, so I'm going to go ahead and keep playing with it and keep mimicking it in there to get it to fit properly. So there's another tech tip for you right there on hand tools and what they can be used for. If anybody's ever replaced any rust on a door, and I'm talking about this right here, this corner was rotted out on this door, we can go ahead and cut our piece out. You can see that I made it a little bit longer, all right? You see how I did that? And then what I'll do is once I tack weld that in there, I can go ahead and cut that off, and then I can bend that to the angle that I need, or we can go ahead and mark it out with our marker on the bottom, and then once we do that, we can take our, cut it off, then we can take our crescent wrench and we can bend that to get our lip that we need to start rolling it over. So crescent wrenches are very, very handy. Always keep a crescent wrench handy to use because the handy tool is always the tool that's going to do the job for you. And today, this tool right here just happens to be named Handy. Well, there you go right there. That's the situation we got. Ended up cutting the rust out. Had to get this panel, make this little panel right here, and fix it like it's fucking supposed to be fixed. I'm kind of worried about this situation right here though. If you look, I'm going to show you something here. It looks like it's got dining glass right here, and then if you look real close where my fingernail is, there's some type of black stuff here. I don't know what the fuck that is. I really, really don't. I'm thinking that it's some type of primer or something, and then they put Bondo on top of that, and then possibly sprayed the top with Bondo. I'm gonna have to go through this whole car minutely, all the way around it, double check every fucking corner of it and crevice to make sure that all of the rust is gone, because when you come across that shit right there, okay, this thing right here, when you come across this shit right here, you don't know what the fuck's going on with the rest of the car. And you're probably asking yourself, you're probably saying, why does he give a fuck about that? It was supposed to be paint ready. Why don't you just paint the fucking thing and get it down the road and tell him I'm not guaranteeing nothing? Let me tell you why I'm not. Let me tell you why. Because my fucking name's on that car. When I paint this car, my fucking name is on this car, okay? And if it starts bubbling and rusting and it's brought out into public and people look at it and ask questions, who painted it? Who did it? What do you think the fucking situation's gonna be? Southwest Riding Custom did it. It's a bad situation, but it's a situation that finds solutions. And if you're the one that's gotta make the fucking solutions work, then you're the one that's gotta fucking do it. We'll be contacting the owner on this situation, and I'm sure that he will not be offended when I tell him that he's gonna have to compensate for the fucking repairs that I have to make to his vehicle to make it fucking paint ready. Okay, yesterday, we were bitching and complaining about this fucking car behind me, this fucking Oldsmobile, because the people that worked on it previously didn't fix all the rust right, okay? And we also were bitching and complaining. I don't even know if I told you this, but my fucking phone is out. My phone and my internet service has been out. It's been going off and on since May 16th, and this is June 3rd. So they've been telling me that somebody's going to come out here and fix it. Well, now it is permanently out of order. I cannot receive any fucking phone calls, and I cannot fucking call in. But if you call my phone number, you can leave a message on it. So if you hear my voice and it's raspy and I'm talking like I'm fucking pissed, I am fucking pissed. This is fucking bullshit. I've had this phone number for 25 fucking years. I pay my fucking bill every fucking month, and these fucking cocksuckers, this Frontier fucking phone service or whatever the fuck they're called, Frontier, is just dicking around, fucking around. I don't even have any service at all. I'm relying on using this motherfucker right here to call people and paying by the fucking minute to use my cell phone. So, if my voice sounds like it's a little raspy, that's why! Now, back to this piece of shit. Yeah, that's right, piece of fucking shit. Not because it's an Oldsmobile, not because it's the owner's car, but because the people that worked on it last have fucked this car up. Remember this little situation right here? They put a top on it, but they didn't fix the fucking rust, and I had to fix that. Well, there you go. That's that. Now, I go to take my fucking sander, my fucking Bondo buster, to feather all the Bondo out around all the fucking area where I gotta re-Bondo it, and what do you think fucking happens? I'm gonna show you what the fuck happens right here, okay? I'm using my sander and the fucking primer is peeling off. It's peeling off in fucking areas all over the top. You can see me taking my fucking fingernail and scratching the primer off of the fucking car. If we take this scraper right here, you can see, look at that peeling up. That means that there's air underneath it. The metal is not prepped properly, and the whole top of this car has got to be stripped down, you got it, to bare fucking metal. So, what is the situation that we have? What do we fucking do in a situation like this? I'll tell you what I'm gonna do. I've already got a message to the owner that he's gonna have to come pick his car up because I am not gonna paint it. I am not putting, oh, son of a bitch, Bill.
No, it's okay, go ahead.
You okay?
Yeah.
Here, bud, give me your hand, give me a hand. Sat down the wrong way. There we go. You okay? You all right? You sure? Here, sit down right here, dude. Sit down on that, bud. Don't sit on this. You all right?
Yeah.
You sure?
Jojo McGee.
Okay, watch out, dude. Watch your back there on that pole. There you go. Okay, we got a special guest with us today, so let's get back to this real quick. What we did is, should I paint this fucking car? Should I take this job on and paint it and have my fucking name on it when the paint peels off because it's all fucked up all the way down to bare metal? No, I shouldn't. I'm gonna contact the owner and possibly give him refunds back on this, less the work that I've already done. If you go back in videos, you're gonna see where I completely did all the body work to the fucking body parts, the doors, the hood, the fenders, and almost basically had the same scenario situation as the car here. I'm not gonna do it. I'm not fucking doing it because I'm not gonna be liable and I'm not gonna be taking responsibility when paint starts peeling off and rust occurs underneath the paint and primer because some lame-brained piece of shit fucking asshole didn't prep the car right and do a professional job and charged him professional fucking prices. You okay, Bill?
Yeah.
You sure?
Yep.
You sat down on the wrong stool there, bub. Kind of slipped down inside there. Did you hear what we're talking about over here?
That sounds like you're a little bit riled up with somebody.
I'm fucking pissed, dude. I'm motherfucking pissed because of this car right here. He had this in another shop. These two guys did all body works and replaced tops on it. And you can take a little scraper and the primer will just come off, flake off in pieces, dude. I'm not gonna paint it, Bill. Would you do it?
I don't think so.
Would you paint it and have your name on it? And if something goes wrong with it, you didn't even do the body work. It was supposed to be a paint-ready situation, dude.
No, that's...
It was supposed to be, it's paint-ready, just rough the body work up, reprime it, and paint it. It's not that way, Bill.
I know if somebody else had done it, I wouldn't even take the son of a bitch
Well,
and say,
that's a good idea.
take it back to them and let them do the rest of the
Well, they can't do it. They went out of business after they worked on this one car. They opened a body shop up. This guy said, yeah, you can do my car to start out with. Once they did his car, they closed their shop down. They're gone.
Shit.
Real fucking professional business, Bill.
Oh, yeah.
How's your truck doing, bud?
Ticking right along.
Is it ticking along?
Gonna
Did you
get
get your...
my son over tomorrow sometime, take the hood off that son of a bitch and swap that fender out.
That's a good idea, dude. Because you're an old body man from hell as it is.
It's supposed to be nice next week. It's been so goddamn shitty this whole
I know,
month.
dude. It's been raining and raining like fucking shit,
I
Bill.
can't get it in my garage, so
So how are those airplanes doing, dude?
they're up for the summer.
Okay. So you belong to the, what is it, some boys ranch organization?
We call it Bedford Flyers.
The Bedford
What
Flyers?
are you doing, taking my goddamn picture?
Yes. I got your picture here, bud. Tell everybody what you
I
did.
ain't gonna sign no fucking release.
Okay. All right, dude. All right, Bill. Let me get back on the car, bud. Hang on a minute.
Oh yeah.
Watch, listen, and learn. But you already know how to cuss, all right, scream, and get pissed off.
You wanna learn some other cuss words in
Yeah.
foreign languages?
Yeah, go ahead. Not today?
Not today.
All right, tomorrow, dude. All right, hang on, bud. Okay, so Bill says he wouldn't do it. Bill says that he would tell the guy to stick it in his ass because he doesn't want to be liable for it. He says take it back to the body shop that did it and let them fucking finish it. That's kind of highly impossible to do since they're out of fucking business. So I'll just have to talk to the owner and see what he wants to do here about his bullshit fucking job of the primer peeling off of the car and not sticking. I'll be adding and calculating what the work I did. I'll have to give him a refund. Okay, So we just got done talking to the owner of the vehicle, and we have both decided that I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to be liable for this. This is a situation that very rarely comes to my shop, and I turned the job down, but I'm going to have to say no to this job due to the fact that I'm not putting my name on it and my reputation, and that car is out there, and 6 months, 3 months, maybe 3 weeks, 3 days, we don't know, all the paint starts peeling off down to bare metal because of some lame-brained, lazy-ass, piece of shit fucking jerk-off that decided to slap it on there. Or maybe he was a beginner and going around telling everybody that he was a professional because he went out of business after he worked on this fucking car anyway. So we don't know what the deal is on this, and this is an example of what happens when you get these cars that are in primer and they say, paint fucking ready. Okay, this is not paint ready. I'm thinking that this car, by the situation that we see arising up here on this fucking roof, that I know for a fact the roof has got to be stripped down. The roof has got to be stripped of all primer and paints, and I'm thinking that all this shit right here is fucked as well. So we're not fucking with it, and that's the situation that we have. So what is the conclusion to our Oldsmobile fucked up car? What's the conclusion?
Charge him for the work you done and give it back to him.
Right. You said you wouldn't do it.
No.
You wouldn't do the job. You would just tell him, come get your car.
That's right.
I'm with you, dude. That's what's gonna happen. You got any new cuss words, maybe in Chinese or something for us from the Korean War?
They used to kind of bastardize the American thing and say, oh, Jeet and Crite.
There you go. There you go, dude. All right.
Haxario.
There you go, man. All right. Appreciate it, Bill. Appreciate it. All right. So there's the conclusion on our 1972 Oldsmobile. We will not be working on this car. This is one of them cars that says no, do not do it, stay away from it, get it out of your shop, take it off your property, shake a hand, make a friend, and tell them sorry and good luck. We'll see you later. This is Pete, my friend Pete, your friend Pete, showing you and telling you that not all jobs are going to get done. So we'll be back. This is Pete, Southwest Rod and Custom. That's Bruno, and we're always here, right? So take it easy, have fun, and enjoy what you're doing. See you later.
Adios, amigos.